Hey YouTube, I hope you're all having a great day today. For this video, I think we're going to jump back into our house build that we had going on. I think we're about three or four videos in at this point, but I know we were starting to really frame in the house, and I kind of wanted to start exploring at least setting up one room today, getting the frame of the house, the walls on that first floor pretty much finished, maybe putting on a couple more rooms depending on, I think we didn't have every room that we really wanted to account for, but at least getting all of that framed up, getting all of that squared away, and seeing about actually what assets we can start to put into a room, how that looks, and maybe start to develop out some more, fine-tuned customizations there just to make it our own unique build. But yeah, with that being said, let's jump on over to the build. So here we are over here in the build. You'll see where we left off, but we got a good bit of the walls up. I think the interior walls, kind of be obviously where we need to start here today. Some of those don't quite align. I just kind of wanted to get them up and, at least have something on the interior, but I'll need to get those aligned. But real quick, before we jump into that, I do want to call attention to something that I was encountering on the previous builds, where you might remember if you kind of go back and rewatch, whenever we merged any of these meshes together, if we zoomed back at a certain point, you'll see on the previous videos where these would kind of break, and it was almost kind of like that they would fracture and you would see weird edges coming off. But I did get a very helpful comment from a David Cuffy 2703. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to write this out. But if you actually set the following method here, r.forcelod, and then put a 0 there. Yep, just like that, and hit enter. That actually fixed it right away. So really appreciate that, David Cuffy. Would not probably never have figured that out if it wasn't for that comment and you taking the time there, sir. So much appreciated. But and then also, I do want to also point out, I did get a new mic, so I hope this is actually translating quite well in the videos. Please let me know if the audio quality sounds hopefully a little bit better. I was using just an old microphone that I had kind of for my day job, so I know that probably wasn't the best quality microphone. But yeah, with that being said, I'm going to go kind of take some time, put up some walls here. I think this room right here we will target as our living room, where I do want to get pretty much fully furnished today, but I think before I even do that, I'm going to get these walls situated. I know I left some markers here for, what was this for exactly? Oh yeah, there was whoops, sorry about that. So yeah, that didn't quite align like I wanted it to. So I'm going to get that aligned right there. I had, I think, 3 here that I needed to address. Get these walls lined up pretty well, and then maybe put a few more walls down. I'm thinking I might do something where, perhaps, I don't know if we'll make a wall here or what we'll do. Maybe I'll pull this in a little bit, but perhaps a wall right there. This will kind of be the kitchen, or maybe this will be a big kitchen and this will be a smaller room. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I want to do on this side, but definitely 100% this will be a nice living room overlooking kind of a side yard here, the front porch and all that. But yeah, I will go ahead and take care of these interior walls, and we'll be right back once we've got that all taken care of. Hey, so quick update here. Been doing a little bit of building. As you can see, I've gotten, for now, at least all of our interior walls framed up pretty accurately, put some stairs down. I think we're definitely going to do a second floor here. I touched up on my little blemishes that I had where the walls didn't line here and added a couple windows over there. But I will say, real quick, just kind of pros and cons. There are some inaccuracies with the wall types specifically. There's like 4 different, I'll call them, well, the material types. You have this kind of cream colored here. You've got this, which I imagine to be, I guess maybe for a bathroom. Not 100% sure there why you might use that. You've got a lighter, sort of like, I'll find one in just a second. Yes, like this right here, which is basically almost that color there, but without the lines in it. And then finally what you would use for kind of that wood for what I imagine a garage or an attic. But there's some inaccuracies with how the baseboard and kind of the trim across the top line up across all of these wall types. So I know there's another asset in here. I think it's under, yep, right here, which I'll probably try to come back in and do something like this and maybe see how creative I can get here. But like, I mean, this is all one wall right here. I don't know why you would ever have this just stop like that. I imagine, in my opinion, I think they should have maybe carried that across, but I wasn't the creator here. And maybe there is a reason, so it's just my observation if you are thinking about building with this down the road. But my plan was just to use this piece right here. I know we can maybe doctor that up. Sorry to that. Yeah, you see, in my opinion, that seems close, but it's also just not exact, which is kind of a bit of a bummer. I'm not sure how I'm going to fix that. I may come back and we will have to add some board across the top here. I don't want to have it just kind of remain like this right here. I'm not sure exactly how I want to address that yet. Could perhaps even just to account for this little 45-degree angle down here, maybe flip that around. Just do something like that. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but that'll be probably something we fix at the very last bit there. But yeah, if you're wondering why, as you see me build this down the road, of course, I didn't create that like that. The wall came like that right there for that window at least. And then some of these other walls, it seems like some do actually come with the board across the top, and then other ones do not, and they just come with the board across the bottom. Again, these are all, I think, the exterior to interior walls. Maybe it would have made more sense to kind of look at an exterior and an interior and blend those together if there was some overlap there. I'm not 100% sure, but just an observation. And I also want to point out, I did fix these where the walls didn't align. Really, if you're working on a similar build, please don't forget about using your transform, kind of your location, rotation, and scale exact measurements here. Really, you can try to eyeball that all day, but your hand movement on your mouse will never be able to be as accurate as kind of where that is on the wall. So I just, like if we're aligning with that corner piece there, for instance, and I know I need to get this wall to come back along the green axis, just copy and paste here what's in the green location to what's here on this mesh in the green location. And that'll actually speed up your workflow a lot. So yeah, let's look at some assets here and maybe start on the living room. Come over here to our content drawer. Let's look at furniture. There's a lot here, I think, to start. We've got some sofas and tables and all that here. So I'm going to grab a sofa, pull that out, grab a chair, grab another chair. Let that load and do its thing real quick. There we go. Let's take a look at one of these coffee tables. That's a really nice coffee table. We'll look at the other one too, just to see. So yeah, let's take this. 180 degrees. Just like that right there. Let's take this chair, turn that 180 degrees. This chair out of the way. I think I do like this table a bit more, so I'm going to use that one. It's pretty level with the ground. Let's put maybe a piece of furniture and a lamp over here in the corner. Not sure if I saw, there's lots actually in the furniture folder here. Not sure if there's like it's kind of hard to see. You've got like your pots and pans, you've got your chairs here. I'm not sure exactly what I want, but some kind of a nightstand. But then, you see you'll have furniture here. Maybe another kind of a con with this asset pack is that if you come from, say, like your lights here, which has a few lights, but then you've got immersive furniture, immersive furniture. You've got more lights here. So it makes it a little hard to navigate, just to kind of remember exactly what is where. I'm just going to, in the spirit of keeping things consistent, what we'll do is take this, let's duplicate this, move this over, move this back, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, actually. Is that too big? Eh. Yeah, that might be a little too big, actually. I think I'll go back to the earlier. So let's do... And then let's take this and make this 1.5. And then let's jump down to our, nope, we need our immersive lights under immersive furniture. That's a huge lamp. Wow. Did not think that was going to be that large. It's much more realistic. At least it does come with the light already in there. I do like that versus having to make a light material. Let's take this chair. That over there for now. Now let's do a little nightstand and kind of a TV stand and the TV on the wall and get the entertainment all set up. So that'll be back under furniture. And so I've got a few here. Let's see what these all look like. Yeah, it's not bad. Kind of looks a little too 70s-ish though. Let's see what about this one. Wow, it's taking a long time. Why is that not grabbing that? It's kind of frustrating. Okay. TV table. I like this one. I don't understand why that happens. Seems like some of these meshes, it's almost like you can't even, they're invisible. Or not invisible, but they're not a clickable event. Like I have to come here and select it before it actually activates, which is weird. Okay. And we've got TVs here. Do a little standing TV. Well, that's interesting. Did that just... Try this one more time. I've never seen that happen. It seems like as soon as I pulled this TV out, it just deleted that table and went away. Okay. Yeah, maybe a bug. Seems to be better now. Make this a little bit bigger. The TV seems to be quite large. Oops, let me just make sure this lines up. This was how I would be in my own house. Just everything has to be close to centered as possible. Okay, so now let's go ahead and drop the TV. Get some speakers put up there. I do like that mesh though. It's quite nice. I wonder if we can even take this and apply a video texture later. We did that in the actual old library kind of bar build that we did. Started to play around with that, but I'm not sure. Be interested to see if I can do that here as well. I don't think we're done with that for now. We'll get rid of that. Let's go ahead and TV standing speakers. Okay, so we need to flip that 180. Yeah, it's not so bad. We're done with that for now. Now let's come back, try to fill in with maybe some artwork. And I'm not going to go too crazy on the artwork. I do like the idea of doing custom artwork on just starter content. If you have a subscription to Midjourney, you know, that AI photo generating tool, you can pretty much come up with anything from there. And, you know, maybe we do something like over here on the stairs as you walk up the stairs. I don't know in your family, if you had a very steep staircase, my mother always liked to hang photos along the stairs, and every time I ran up the stairs too quickly, I would always bump the frames and they'd come cascading down the staircase. But yeah, maybe we, you know, something like that, or, you know, and then you have portraits of, you know, kind of people you create from as portraits from Midjourney, or some other style of artwork that you perhaps like. But yeah, I do like that over just any of the kind of standard content here. I'm sure there's probably some good stuff in here, but we'll kind of do a balance between the two. So let's look at maybe some shelving, and what do I want to go for here? lots of good stuff in here, but I think I'm sure this is a hard decision. I think for now, let's just do some of these cabinets here. Or not cabinets, but shelving. So that's an interesting shelf. I don't hate that, but let's see what else we got. Here we go. We've got these here, which that's interesting. Oh, hey, the circles. We got one circle we could do. We've got sort of like essentially all different versions of the same thing, it looks like. A singular shelf, okay. Like these. So let's do a something like that right there. It's a little high. Maybe we'll drop this down a little bit. There we go. Just duplicate that and pull that over here. And we'll come back later and put some more stuff on top of that. Okay. Yeah, it's coming together. It's quite nice. Let's maybe just put some stuff on the table. Make it look like people actually live in here and use the space. That's interesting. I might actually just drop that in the corner. Why is that bottle almost translucent? That's interesting. Oh, maybe you can put a material in there or something like that. I wonder, hold on. Interesting. So I guess it's a bottle of olive oil is what it's supposed to be, but let's see if we can get that a color. Ah, there we go. Just some simple assets for now. Of course, we'll come back and change that later. I don't even, looks kind of weird, that blue and red. Yeah, I like that. I want to see something real quick, if I can shrink this just a hair. And let's come over to the bridge and let's see. See about putting some flowers in one of those pots, what that might look like. So that's a good start, but I think we might just need to see. Let's see if there's just one lone flower. Like that would be good. Oh, that's perfect right there, actually. That is two. Oh, yes. Let's come over here, grab this guy. And then whoops. Yeah, that's cool for now. Just a little bit of color in the room to get us started. We'll come back and maybe doctor that up a lot more. Use some more foliage flowers, some other pots and whatnot. But yeah, let's go ahead and maybe start with the kitchen now. So I know we'll need a refrigerator, and I think that is, let's try the kitchen. Yep, here we go. That is very metallic. Let's just, what is that called? Bright metal. Yeah, we might come back and change that later, but I like dark appliances. Okay. That's good for now. Drop that down. Somewhere about there. I'm gonna leave a little space. We'll maybe do a corner cabinet. Corner. Now that I look at this, it might, just so we don't have, we'll see how it goes for now. I was thinking that maybe the brown cabinets and the black appliances might look weird, but we'll see. Okay. And then we have a corner here. Yep. Interesting. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and get this kitchen framed in with some cabinets at least, a big center island in the middle there. Try to get some assets on and around that, and maybe we'll jump over to that dining room area. But yeah, I'm going to crack away at this. I will be back once I've gotten the kitchen close to being all set up. Hey, so quick update. As you can see, I've done a lot of work here in the kitchen. Got a lot of cabinets, some, the normal stuff you'd find in a kitchen, of course, ovens. Didn't find a dishwasher, so I may have to kind of get creative there, but that's not a problem. One thing I do want to point out, and I kind of got to apologize here a little bit, I was wrong in my initial assumption, and I'll kind of explain what I mean by that. So I was, of course, decorating and trying to model this kitchen, and going back to what I was saying earlier about how some of the walls in this asset pack aren't fully represented, and there isn't, essentially every wall that I would like to have seen. That really isn't as much of an issue as I originally thought it was going to be after I started kind of doing some, some sampling and testing and playing around in here of, different materials on cabinets. So kind of what I mean by that is, and how I discovered this is when I went to go and color the cabinets. If you obviously come up here and let's find so here's a cabinet. Of course it comes in, it's kind of this really interesting wood. So really, I don't know, not the best, not the prettiest, but I started to play around with some of the materials here, and of course that shades well. And then, when I went to go and put a actual countertop on this piece here, I was thinking, how's this going to shade? That's a wooden countertop. That doesn't look the best. So I came over and I actually grabbed just this black marble here, and it looks pretty nice. Now, my initial theory, anytime you merge a bunch of actors together, they basically become one event, one clickable event, right? You can't really shade individual parts, and that was kind of the reason why I thought earlier why this was going to be a big deal, where some of these have this, piece of trim across the top. You know, there's of course the molding around each doorway, the baseboard here. But look what happens if we actually come over and let's just take this guy for instance right here. If I come in to grab a material, let's say I like, this wood here. Put that on there. It only shades the actual layers you would expect it to shade, which is really nice. Then I can come back in and, maybe I like, this here. Probably wouldn't pick this, and then it shades the actual wall. And I've never actually seen that before. So, if you know in the comments how to actually merge actors, but still keep, maybe that's easier than I think it is, but yeah, it's the exterior wall is unchanged, but then you actually have the inside one. Let's see actually what happens if we try to change the exterior. Yeah, look at that. Wow. One thing you have to be careful of is this does kind of shade the exterior here, but that is really nice. That actually opens up a lot more possibilities there with the style of homes that you can make. And I guess I probably should have realized that when we looked back and I saw the different style of homes from the initial kind of stock photos. But with that being the case, I'll have to come back in and of course be more careful about the walls that I pick. There actually is this one wall right here that I initially tested this on, as you can see, that has the top and bottom board. So I'll probably use this wall a lot more just so we don't have to come back in and individually put these walls up. Or excuse me, these walls up and then individually come back and put that baseboard, or not baseboard, but top trim board around the top there. The only issue would be these larger picture windows here. There isn't a version of this window that I like that, well, now I say that and then I see this one right here, although that might not be the exact one. Yeah, I don't think that's the exact one, but yeah, we'll have to get creative. Maybe here, maybe I'll keep these windows, maybe I'll change them out. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do there, but other than that really does solve that problem, which I was quite pleased with that. But yeah, I like the way the kitchen's starting to look. Got an island in the middle. Probably keep building on here, keep changing stuff around. I don't know if I'll need all this space, of course, for this kitchen area. This will kind of jump over into a main dining room area. Maybe we'll make another sitting area over here, something like that. But so far, I think that looks good for the kitchen. I did come back over here and, just added a little sitting nook area. Obviously, you come in and put some flowers and some flower pots. Maybe I'll put some more pictures here. I did create from Midjourney this water lilies Monet inspired kind of painting, which I thought looks good for now. But if you want to do this, of course, all you have to do is create your image, pull your image in. It will import in as a, let me find it here, as a texture file. You then just right click, create a material, and then I'd recommend from that creating a material instance, put this on a plane, not another shape, because it will repeat on other shapes. So you would have like 4 of these in one. If you put it on a plane, it just stretches out to the plane. And then I would recommend just building a simple picture frame around the edges here. That's another reason why that's, if you do know, sorry to kind of get sidetracked here about that initial thing, but I would, if I could make a stock kind of picture frame with the plane inside, so I could just drop my material instance on there and then color the frame to be different. That would be another reason why I'd want to learn how to do that, one mesh but multiple events of adding color. I think that's pretty interesting. But yeah, no. Nonetheless, I think this is starting to look nice. We'll probably add some more pictures here. I might come back and add some other decorations over here. The kitchen will still need to kind of be built out just a little bit more, but it's starting to come together. So yeah, I think we'll kind of call it here on the next video. I'll look to get the kitchen a little bit more finalized, start to build out this dining room area. I think we'll need to put a bathroom on the first floor. Perhaps I'll take up some space here where you'll just kind of come around and, I don't know, don't really want a bathroom too close to the kitchen. It's kind of weird. But yeah, and then maybe we'll put a little room back here and then maybe start to work on the second floor. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. If you think I should change stuff up, do something a little bit different. I am excited to see where, possibilities with this asset pack, down the road, making different style of houses, beach houses, mountain houses, and, incorporating that into like various landscapes. I think there's a ton of possibilities there. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll look forward to following up in the next one. But thank you, everybody.